Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
15 to the 16. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. 20 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Young. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A give up the middle. Hubbard gets past one man. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. 2nd down and 3. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this #1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Young will set to throw. Incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Young to throw it. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Hubbard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kari Blossingame. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. What a drive that was. 16 plays all told, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Running behind center with Vaughn. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Prescott now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On third down, it's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jonathan Mingo, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 3rd down, Young from the gun. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. He's got Mingo. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First down, Prescott. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Prescott. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visiting Rams who come in and get the victory on the road. Jameis Winston, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Nick Chubb, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Russell Wilson, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third and short yardage, Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now Young. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Prescott now on second down. He completes this one to Mingo. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Vaughn on the handoff. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And that is incomplete. A lot force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. Vaughn on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back fight. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Deuce Vaughn, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. That's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Young. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Prescott. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Right back to Hubbard. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Here's Young from the shotgun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to... This one thrown deep for Schoonmaker. Touchdown! Luke Schoonmaker. 46 yards. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Young. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 1st and 10. Young. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's Young. That's to the left side where he's got Naylor. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Young now. Throw out wide is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Here's 1st and goal. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Here is Young. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now here come the Cowboys. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Again, a run with Vaughn. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Dallas, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.